Hello everyone, Darren from Venison Headquarters, that's VenisonHQ.com, your information resource for all things venison, including venison cooking topics, venison cooking methods, tips, and other deer hunting and deer related information. Again, Venison Headquarters, visit us online at VenisonHQ.com or click the link below this video for more information. Today's topic will be discussing venison cooking methods, and there are a variety of ways individuals can prepare or cook your venison meat. Some of these techniques involve methods utilizing dry heat, and others involve moist heat, such as braising, roasting, and stewing. No matter which method you choose in preparing your meat, remember there are always some guidelines to follow to ensure that your meat is going to be tender, juicy, and not gamey in tasting. With that said, let's discuss some of the methods to go about cooking your venison. So, like we said, there are a number of cooking methods. We're going to talk today about the different types of methods, the dry heat methods, the moist heat methods, and you want to make sure that you use a specific method to the type of meat or the cut of meat that you're preparing, because that's going to really bring out the flavor, the juices, and make sure that you have an enjoyable experience with eating your venison. So today we're going to talk about first the dry heat methods. There are a number of different dry heat methods that you can use, and the first is broiling. Broiling venison, the best types of meats to use are chops, loins, and steaks. You want to make sure that you trim all the natural fat off of them prior to broiling them, and you can add in bacon or fat or any a type of salt or some type of seasoning in order to bring out some of the rich flavors and to make them venison taste better. So when broiling venison, you want to make sure that you preheat your broiler and it's up to temperature before you're placing your game on the broiling rack. Again, broiling is a great way of cooking venison. The next one is grilling, and this is best used with rump cuts, and loins. And grilling can not only be fun, but it's also quite tasty. So again, the best types of meat to use are loins and rump cuts, but you can try others as well. So just try experimenting, adding some oils in, adding a marinade before you're grilling your venison to make sure that you don't have that gamey taste and texture. The next one is pan frying. The best methods to use for pan frying are or the best venison cuts to use are chops, loins, and steaks. You want to make sure that your frying pan is very hot and that you add some type of oil or fat to it prior to cooking venison, because venison is an extremely lean meat. If you don't add some type of oil or fat, it's going to come out tasting a little bit gamey. And the last method, the last dry heat method is that you can use in preparing venison is roasting, and it's typically used with venison loins or rib roasts. Make sure again you trim your meat of any excess fat prior to roasting your venison, and season it with any kind of herbs and spices that you would like to use that with. Next, we're going to move along to moist heat methods, and there are two different types of moist heat methods that you can use when preparing your venison, and that would be braising and stewing. When you're braising your meat, that's a slow cooking method. It's best used for more less tender types of meats, such as chucks, round, or shoulder roasts. And you want to again prepare your meat first by seasoning it, spicing it, and tenderizing it prior to braising your meat. The second method would be stewing, and that is best used for less tender cuts of meat such as shank or neck meat, in addition to chuck and round or shoulder roasts. You want to make sure that your meat is cut up into inch by inch cubes and then coating it with some type of seasoning, spice, or oil to make sure that you're bringing out those flavors in your meat. Again, these are slow cooking methods. You want to make sure that you're not cooking them very fast, because you're going to ruin these types of meats if you do it that way. And that concludes our segment on the different types of venison cooking methods. We hope that you enjoyed this segment. Venison Headquarters has worked really hard to put all this information together, so come visit us online, VenisonHQ.com, where you can find information about other different types of cooking methods for venison, cooking recipes, for venison and all kinds of deer hunting and venison related topics. Again, Venison Headquarters, VenisonHQ.com. Visit us online today by clicking the link below this video or going to our website. Again, I'm Darren from Venison Headquarters, VenisonHQ.com. Thanks for following.